your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Read to succeed. That's the message as the Royal Bahamas Police Force launches Police Month on this island. National Security Minister Marvin Dames stopping by the Freeport Primary School today to kick off the promotion. Dames reading a special book and giving words of encouragement to the youngsters. The minister also telling our news team that today was special for so many reasons.
You can't get much more special than that. That's special to me. I enjoyed it. I'm grateful to Chief Superintendent Mackey and the officers here from the Royal Bahamas Police Force as they celebrate Police Month to include events such as this. This is what is so special, and just being with kids, every single kid just warmed my heart. Made her day.
And he says what he loved most about reading to the children was their response.
It's exceptional, from the kids and the teachers. They are so pleased. And again, my hat's off to the officers here on Grand Bahama as they commence their celebrations of Police Month to include in it events such as this, engaging with the young children of this beautiful community. I had an opportunity to work in Grand Bahama a few years back, and it's every time I step off the plane, I just feel at home. Really? And of course, I love Grand, and people know that. This is a special place for me, and I'm excited about all that would have taken place here today.
Switching gears, the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated holding a free CPR training session for women throughout Grand Bahama this past weekend. The training exercise attracted some 60 women who took part in the training conducted by Rinaldi Forbes, chairman of the Bahamas Red Cross Grand Bahama Center.
What I'm doing right now, just trying to educate person a little bit about first aid and CPR, and hopefully from this is to try to prepare them in case if something should happen, what they should do. Now, it's not a full-blown course, but it's just something to try and whet their appetite a little bit, so then if something should happen, what they could do and should do and so forth. You're all being placed in different situations, scenarios where something simple as somebody's choking or bleeding and so forth, and the person didn't do anything, and knowing first aid and CPR doesn't save everyone, but it gives you an opportunity for life to be saved, and I believe that everyone should have it. I truly believe advocating for this to definitely in schools with teachers, that should be a part of it. Having an AED, automated external defibrillator, should be in many business places, banks, where persons are, because then AED also along with CPR is proven to save life. First aid is essential, and I believe in our society, I definitely believe everyone should know the skill in having something such as that.
President and Vice President of the local chapter, Corral Pender and Felicia Seymour, say it's important for women to have at least a basic background knowledge of CPR practices in the event of an emergency.
I think it's so important because we're a service organization for AKA to continually reach out to the community and see what their needs are. And this year, one of the things I wanted to do as president was encourage our members, especially the program committee, to think of unique and creative ideas of how we can involve the community like we've never involved them before. And seeing that February, we're focusing on women's health, we decided to do CPR 101 for today. And so we think that it's going to be very beneficial. We've had some organizations who came in and said, this is definitely what we need. We're so glad you did it. So just doing initiatives like this in the community is very important because we have to really check the temperature and see what's going on and really respond to those needs every time that we go out and provide service.
The reason we chose CPR is because it is Heart Health Month for our sorority, and we just wanted everyone to be aware of CPR. I know sometimes our first response is to panic or record or freeze, but if we're educated as to how we could assist when something is happening to someone until the real responders come, we could ultimately help save a life.
And that's a look at stories making news this evening. Ramiko, what's happening in sports?
Well, house sports for junior and senior high schools on the island is officially over, and that means it's time to find out who's the best school athletically. Island sports begins tomorrow.
Okay, stay with us. Ramiko Knowles is a check on sports when we come back.